The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.
Siemano moi drodzy, tu Paradoks. Kontynuujemy przygodę.
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
Kontynuujemy przygodę w Hogwarts Legacy. No, musimy podążać za profesor Weasley.
No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Kurde, te wszystkie obrazy, wszystko się tu rusza. To tak fajnie odwzorowane, nie? A czy odwzorowane, no. Zrobione na... Za bardzo oddalasz się od profesor Weasley. Kobito.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
A, to jest. Czyli to jest taka forma teleportacji, ten ognik. No. Hogwarts jest podzielony na dwa główne obszary. Po lewej stronie mapy znajdują się kwatery mieszkalne uczniów i nauczycieli, a także pokoje wspólne domów i wielka sala. Wybierz rejon wielkich schodów, by kontynuować. W tym widoku możesz zobaczyć płomienie Fiu, dostępne w tym regionie. Zielone płomienie Fiu, płomienie Fiu. Dobra nazwa nawet, reprezentują płomienie już odkryte, w tym pokój wspólny twojego domu. Szare płomienie Fiu oznaczają położenie nieodkrytych płomieni. Po prawej stronie mapy są błonia? Są błonia? Gdzie możesz znaleźć pracownie i inne ważne miejsca szkoły, takie jak wieża astronomiczna, biblioteka czy szklarnia. Wybierz rejon aneksu biblioteki, by kontynuować. Czyli co? Ale to mogę... Aha, czyli mogę po prostu nadusić na tą flagę. Wtedy też mi się to... Profesor Weasley odblokowała dla ciebie płomienie Fiu w sali głównej. Użyj, aby obrócić mapę i nacisnąć kwadrat, by przenieść się płomieniami Fiu do sali głównej. Sala główna. Podróżuj.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flue powder.
Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Our doors are atrocious. I do wish people would clean up.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of defense against the dark arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
We did take a bit of a detour on the way here. Ended up exploring some ruins and... I shouldn't say more.
Exploring ruins? Well, I presume Professor Fig has his reasons for keeping the details to himself for now.
Trochę się wygadaliśmy.
Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you.
Oj, będziemy mieć tu dużo nauki.
Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
No, z chęcią tam bym się udał. Kurde, bym se pozwiedzał. Co tutaj jest takiego? Pochodziłbym wszędzie, kurde, A, nie mogę, no. Muszę trzymać się misji.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you and Professor Weasley talking about exploring ruins?
She caught me off guard. I didn't tell her anything else about our travels here. I will say, I think she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Z poziomu mapy możesz śledzić dostępne misje. A okej. Te symbole przedstawiają główne misje. Przechodzenie głównych misji Rozwinie fabułę, odblokuje nowe funkcje i zapewni punkty doświadczenia. Niektóre misje są zablokowane ze względu na wymagania zaklęć i lub poziomu. W takich przypadkach musisz mieć wymagany poziom i lub niezbędne zaklęcie, aby aktywować misję. Nowe zaklęcia można zdobyć wykonując zadania profesorów lub jako nagrody z misji. Śledź misję używając X, by kontynuować. Skrzydło. Zajęcia z obrony przed czarną magią i zajęcia z zaklęć.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand.
O
You'll
kurde.
enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Witaj w Hogwarcie. Twój zaczarowany kompas doprowadzi cię do tego, czego szukasz. Aha! A jeszcze na mapie mamy, nie? Czyli teraz możemy zwiedzać, tak? Mogę tu wejść? Ej, no nie gadajcie, że wszystkie drzwi, wszystko jest... Ej, jest naprawdę... Ale było małe wczytywanie chyba, takie sekundowe. Ale jest naprawdę, kurde, dobrze. A przejdę przez nich? Haha. Dobra. Będziemy zwiedzać... Użyj.
What am I missing?
Dobra, z tobą pogadamy później. Na razie polecimy jednak na lekcję. Kurde, to jest tak daleko. A to ja mogę złapać? Ej, tu mam zaklęcia, które są zablokowane, ok. Podstawowe. Czy to są wszystkie zaklęcia dostępne w grze? Bo jeżeli tak, to jest ich trochę mało. No okej, to jest troszeczkę głupio zrobione, że mamy te delikatne wczytywanie, jak stoimy przy drzwiach, ale może to poprawią w jakimś patchu, przyspieszą. Tędy też dojdę. Dobra, idę tędy. Tak jak mi mapa pokazywała. Instrumenty grają same. Coś tu było słychać. O, tam do góry jest ogień fiu. Dobra, nigdzie go nie widzę tam. Gdzieś mi to mignęło, ale... A mogę go zaczepić? A.
Get away from me! I cannot do this for all eternity!
Okej.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
A co to? Którędy ja mam teraz iść? Bo teraz mnie znowu... Teraz górą. Dobra. Ty, to jest jakaś skrzynia. Okej, kible. To mnie nie za bardzo interesują. Kurde, duża ta szkoła. Jest tu po czym biegać. Już zaczynam rozumieć, dlaczego mamy te ognie fiu. To jest tu? Nie, to tam dalej kible. Nie no, prowadzi mnie jeszcze wyżej. Okej.
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
To zaklęcie się przyda. Steruj różdżką za pomocą lewego drążka i poprowadź ją po ścieżce symbolu, by nauczyć się zaklęcia. W odpowiednim momencie naciśnij właściwy przycisk. No to już mieliśmy.
Accio.
Akio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
Będziemy latać na miotle?
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not a bit more, or it'll fall, yes? Now, I could keep talking about theory all day, but practice is the best professor. Show us how it's done.
Okej, czyli są pola z punktami. Musimy to przyciągnąć. Im bliżej, tym lepiej. Ale tego jest jakaś siła?
Excellent control there.
Dobra, spróbujmy. Przytrzymać. A, dobra.
Very good.
Stój, 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 stój. Nie, nie. Jest, utrzymało się.
That's it. Very good. Points to Ravenclaw. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okej. Zasady. No dobra, czyli to jest to, co...
That is how it's done.
30. Stój, za mocno.
Not to worry.
Let us see this.
Oj, skubana.
There we go.
No.
Excellent control there.
50. Kurde, to ale pojechała. Ale, jak ja bym tą radę ją zepchnąć... Chyba tak można, nie? Za lekko.
Quite
O,
impressive.
pokonałam.
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I
Okej,
think we are
przeszkody.
well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Ona zaczyna? Dobra. No, odbij się od tego. Pięknie. O Boże, znowu przesadziłem. Aj. Zapatrzyłem się na te skrzynie i... No dobra, ale mamy remis. Nie jest źle. Okej, 30.
That is how it's done.
Chyba trochę załatwiłem. No, walnij w to. Dobrze, czyli mamy 30. spróbuję zrobić 50, nie? Kij najwyżej mi zleci. Haha, i to ją pokonałem. Stój!
Very good. Very good, both of you. Well done. Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Thank you, but I've been holding my own.
I appreciate your confidence. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Is Wagadu much bigger than Hogwarts?
Wagadu School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming to me. It always felt like home.
Is Wagadu a castle, like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Wagadu uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans, if you're so inclined.
Well,
A word,
you'd be using
if
it
you
on
would.
clothing, to be precise, Sebastian. You know it won't work on humans.
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
O, proszę. Pierwsza lekcja zaliczona. Co, poziom? Poziom drugi. Dobra, do tego się wchodzi. Dostępne misje poboczne można znaleźć w Hogwarcie oznaczone jako... czarna flaga. Lub odkryć przemierzając świat. Zapewniają one punkty doświadczenia, ale nie podsuwają do przodu głównej historii. No i mamy tutaj jakąś. Jak ćma do ramy. A to jest chyba ta dziewczynka, która... I wygląd jest jako nagroda. No dobra, mamy jeszcze misję główną. Jest co robić, jest co robić. Czy jak przytrzymam? Nie. Popatrzę na sterowanie, czy jak przytrzymam... Aha, czyli tu mamy, że tak powiem, taki... No, muszę wam powiedzieć, że wciąga gierka.
After my brother learned the summoning charm, it was constant Accio this, Accio that, cutlery flying everywhere. Quite unsafe, really.
Dobra, a to co? W tym odcinku zaliczyliśmy pierwszą lekcję. Nauczyliśmy się accio, czyli przyciągania przedmiotów. Spoko, przyda się. Latała tam jakaś karteczka, nie? Jak szliśmy, więc to na pewno się przyda do łapania tych kartek, mam nadzieję przynajmniej. No bo wcześniej nie mogliśmy nic zrobić. No dobra, myślę, że się tutaj pożegnamy. Na drugą lekcję przyjdzie nam czekać do następnego odcinka. No i co, no z mojej strony tyle. Mam nadzieję, że seria się podoba. Jeśli tak, stawcie łapkę w górę, zasubskrybujcie kanał, kliknijcie w dzwoneczek, by być na bieżąco z materiałami. Za udostępnienie będę bardzo wdzięczny. Pomoże rozwinąć się mojemu kanałowi. Dobra, trzymajcie się. Hej!